I have started being a breadwinner uh, last pandemic, yung nag-start lang naman yung pandemic. Actually, nawalan kasi ng work ang aking father and hindi naman makapag-service din ang aking mama as manicurist dahil bawal nga lumabas ng bahay. So, that time, online selling becomes so popular. So, naisip ko, why not try it, diba? Para matustusan namin yung pangailangan namin ngayong pandemic. So also I tried magtinda rin ng street foods and sell dun sa bahay lang namin para makatulong, 'di ba?
I started working May 2019, a month after kong mag-18.
Yeah, it started when I was 18 years old. So I was third year college student back then. But then it's always been a struggle within the family, yung faithfulness part ng father ko. So eventually there was a mismanagement sa business niya and he fell rock bottom, I'd say, and went bankrupt. And my mother left her career for us to tend to us, so she became a housewife. So when everything fell apart with my dad's business, we had no choice but to really take out loans for school, for our needs, and we eventually had to sell portions of our land, our house, our car, our home, little by little until nothing's left. So until such time that I had to drop out of school and I realized na it's no point to get going if my family is really struggling to get by. So back in 2012, it was a hard decision. I'd say it's a brain and heart-breaking moment, but I had to really make the choice for the good of my family. So I started working in the BPO industry 2012. It was the first time, but I got lucky, I'd say, or I was really blessed that I learned what I learned in school. I was able to apply at work, not necessarily the technical part, but the grit, the character, and the passion to really learn new things and be excellent at work. So eventually, I took the part of being the breadwinner, the main source of income that time. So I pay for the rent. I give them allowance for food. My father still took part at some point. Like he sells something on the side just to make sure he also helped. But it really is just not making any dent on our bills. Yeah. So up until now, I'm still helping the family, but it went better throughout the years because I helped my sister to graduate, so she's also helping as well, and my other sister, my younger sister, is also helping with the bills now, but I'm still the main source. So overall it was over, I guess it's over 9 years. It's almost 10 years now, or I guess it's 10 years since I became a breadwinner.
So I have started being a breadwinner last pandemic, yung nag-start lang naman yung pandemic. Actually, nawalan kasi ng work ang aking father and hindi naman makapag-service din ang aking mama as manicurist dahil bawal nga lumabas ng bahay. So, that time, online selling becomes so popular. So, naisip ko, why not try it, diba? Para matustusan namin yung pangailangan namin ngayong pandemic. So, also, I tried magtinda rin ng street foods and sell dun sa bahay lang namin para makatulong, di ba, as breadwinner. So, ayun.
Before started working, talagang motivation ko lang is to provide for myself. Like, typical first-time worker, usually gano'n naman eh. Then, as time goes by, mas priority ko na yung sister ko to provide her needs.
So, it may be cheesy pakinggan or sobrang gasgas na for some people, pero what really motivates me to fulfill the role is my love for my family. So, Filipino is really a family-oriented one, I believe. Kasi we can do all things for our family, for our loved ones. Ganyan. And yun yung nag-motivate sa akin para hindi sumuko sa hirap ng buhay.
before started working, talagang motivation ko lang is to provide for myself. Like, typical first time worker, usually ganun naman eh. Then, as time goes by, mas priority ko na yung sister ko to provide her needs.
What motivates me, of course, is my love for my family, because it didn't happen like they wanted it to be the situation we were in, and I wanted to make sure that we can survive the situation, because it also happened that my mom had to went through the surgery, and there's really no choice but to take the role, and my father had no other way of making money at the time, because he was a businessman all his life. So yeah, my love for them was my motivation, and I also wanted to make sure that I be someone that they can rely on emotionally, more than financially, because if everyone in the family is weak, there's someone that has to stand the ground and held them together. I'd say that I know the reality that there's no way I'm providing enough.
Yes, it's always it's always there. Like, parang na kumikita, yung kita ko ba enough, like na-fulfill ko ba yung mga gusto nilang gawin sa buhay, especially sa side ko, kasi yun nga, ever since naging priority ko yung sa sister ko tsaka yung ibang family needs like bills, ganyan, parang I feel like I barely buy anything for myself. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware na nagbagyo kami ni Tinay last April. That Baguio trip was scheduled 3 years ago pa, and ngayon lang siyang taon na tuloy. So parang it took a lot of time for that trip to happen. Yung parang yun yung example na naisip ko for that question.
I'd say that I know the reality that there's no way I'm providing enough, kasi in the BPO industry, whatever your earning as entry level is not enough to really raise a family and even get by. It's enough if you're just living alone for your own. But at the time, I was hoping that I can provide more than what they want, that I can also provide, what they need, just more than food, the utilities and stuff. I wanted to also provide their wants. So that was maybe the question I have myself back then. When do I get to the part where I can be more successful, so I can provide more for them?
Actually, most of the time pa nga eh. Kasi syempre sa mundo ng small business, hindi naman laging maraming bumibili. Minsan nga, wala pa eh. Minsan din, lugi ka pa. Kasi maraming natira or walang bumili, gano'n. And 5 kaming magkakapatid, so minsan, yung kita, di talaga siya sapat. Kaya I really questioned myself before kung ano pa ba dapat or pwede kong gawin to earn money para ma-provide yung needs ng family ko during that time. Kasi kahit minsan kahit naman may pandemic, yung bayarin sa bahay, sa kuryente, sa tubig, syempre 'di ba? Nagko-continue pa rin siya, so marami pa ring needs na dapat i-provide. So syempre madalas i-question yung sarili kung sapat ba yung kinikita or mapo-provide ba nun yung kailangan ng family.
Struggles. I think yung struggle is parang minsan gusto kong mag-aral pero hindi ko magawa.
Well, for me, pinaka-struggles lang naman ng isang breadwinner is hindi yung hirap ng trabaho or paggawa ng parang para kumita eh. Kung hindi yung psychological thinking na you always need to think na dapat yung kita mo sumapat sa pamilya mo, sa kailangan ng pamilya mo. You always need to make sure na meron kayong ihahain sa mesa for lunch or dinner. Di mo na nga iisipin yung almusal tsaka merienda eh. Pero on the other hand naman, nakakataba din naman ang puso na once nakita mo na merong kinakain yung family mo, sobrang nakakatuwa kasi nagawan mo ng paraan kasi kaya mong gawa ng paraan.
For this part, I guess a lot of people would agree, or other breadwinners as well, na it's really hard to save for yourself and to treat yourself if you're barely getting by. Like, for example, you wanted to build your emergency fund, if you wanted to get insurance. And there even came a point when I talked to a friend and I really wanted to get an insurance for myself because I know the value of insurance, but I just couldn't because when you do the math, you're either living by paycheck or you're in the red, negative pa nga. So it was really the struggle that you're providing for your family, but at the same time you can't get what you want because it's just not making the cut.
Struggles. I think yung struggle is parang minsan gusto kong mag-aral pero hindi ko magawa. Like, laging may hindrance na pag nag-aral ako, baka hindi ko makayang mapagsabay, or pag nag-aral ako, baka hindi ko ma-provide yung enough financial support sa kapatid ko. Tapos minsan naman, mas at the back of my mind, mas pinipili ko na rin minsan magtrabaho na lang kesa mag-aral. Yung mga things na ganun. Kasi parang ang thinking ko na ngayon nagtatrabaho ko is, at the end of the day, lahat naman magtatrabaho, lahat kikita. So, ano pang sense ng pag-aaral? Ganun. Parang ginagaslight ko na lang yung sarili ko para for me to continue working. Ganun.
Siguro pinaka-memorable sa akin is nung college graduation ko.
Yeah, my most memorable moment was when my sister graduated because back then she lost her scholarship, so I had to take out loans, I had to double my effort, I had to work a second job. I actually was working in the corporate world, like I get promotion on the side, but it's still not enough, so I had to get another work online part-time to get as much money as possible to pay for her tuition. So it was a very emotional moment for me and my family when she was able to graduate. And accountancy is not just a 4-year course, it's 5 years. So I endured another year for her to graduate.
Siguro pinaka-memorable sa akin is nung college graduation ko. That time, sinama ko yung family ko, even yung partner ko, kasi gusto ko magkaroon ako ng picture sa school kasama sila kasi syempre minsan lang yung ganong event sa buhay. Pero that time wala kaming pera, as in ang laman lang ng wallet ko nun is yung pamasahe lang namin. After my graduation, umuwi muna kami, tapos naisip ko, inaya ko sila sa MOA, kahit na wala kaming pangkain, pamasahe lang talaga yung meron kami. Tapos yung huling pera ko pa nun is yung huling kita ko dun sa online selling ko. Alam nyo ba, sobrang nakaka-overwhelm kasi hindi pa nakakapunta yung family ko sa MOA. And that time, sobrang tuwang-tuwa sila sa nakikita nila. Sobrang saya nila. Although, libre naman yung pamasahe sa carousel. Syempre, hindi naman din libre yung sa jeep. Syempre, kailangan nating mag-jeep. So, ayun, sobrang memorable siya kasi syempre, maliit lang yung kinita ko pero I was able to make my family happy.
Siguro, oh my God, ang personal nito. Siguro, oh my God, ang personal nito. Siguro masasabi ko is, you're doing great. You're doing the best that you can. Ganun.
Yes. To my breadwinners, sobrang proud ako sa mga nagawa at magagawa mo pa para sa family mo. Syempre, sipag pa self para sa pamilya. Ayan. Huwag kang mapapagod. You may not give literally all they need. I know you did your best to give what you can.
Thank you for that, Ate. And next up, what can you say about your breadwinner self?
Yeah, this question I really thought for a long time than the other question. I think I could say that I'm proud of the person you've become, and I'm grateful that you didn't give up and you held on to the promises of God, because there were moments where we asked God, like, God, I was a good student, I was a good daughter, I didn't have any vices, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, but why this unfair life bestowed to me? But then when you open the word, you said that um, for I have good plans for you, plans to prosper you, and not to harm you, and plans to give you a future full of hope. So it was the word that I held on to na, okay, so this thing has to happen. I had to endure this hardship because he's doing something in the background that I do not see. And now I'm reaping the fruits of those waiting time. Because I wasn't waiting on the sideline. I was actively waiting na he is doing something for the better, not just for me, but also for my family. And the good part is he's not gonna give you what is good. He's gonna give you what is best for you, and it's more than what you can ever dream of. Yeah, for other breadwinners, just don't give up and don't be afraid to try new things, because if you feel like you're not growing where you are, maybe it's just a redirection for you. Yeah, for other breadwinners, just don't give up and don't be afraid to try new things, because if you feel like you're not growing where you are, maybe it's just a redirection for you, because it happened to me when I asked myself whether I had to stay on the same job where I am really happy, because I deal with people, I coach people during those times, but then at the end of the day it's about your long-term goals. You have to know your long-term goals, your short-term goals, so you can focus your efforts on what's important and what's making progress for yourself and making you achieve that goal one step at a time. So for example, you're currently in your current work, but then you feel like it's not helping you grow your finances, then maybe it's either you step up your game, apply for a senior role so you can get a raise and provide more for your family and yourself, or you try a different venture that you think could be high yielding than the previous one. But it's more about really believing in yourself and knowing that you're not gonna stay in the same situation forever, and that this is just a season that we call a short period of time that you have to endure in order for you to get to where you want to be. And at the end of the day, what's important is that you come to God and ask for strength, because you can't give something that you don't have. You can't give money you don't have. You can't give the love you don't have, and you can't give um, the forgiveness that you don't have to people that hurt you or made you suffer. So it's important that you get refreshed every single day, and that can only come from God. So it's important that every day you pray and that you read the word and you connect with people that helps you grow as a person, because your company will drive your success or will ruin your life. So it's also important that you find godly connections, godly relationship, and people that will help you through your journey.
Yan. To all the breadwinners like me, padayon guys, huwag tayong mapapagod na kumayod para sa mga mahal natin sa buhay. Huwag nyo isipin na ang pagiging breadwinner of the family is isang mabigat na pasanin. Oo, mahirap at nakakapagod, pero it's actually something that you should be proud of. Kasi may choice tayo may choice tayo na hindi mag-work or gumawa ng action, pero we choose na tumulong at may gawin para sa pamilya natin. Sipag lang, and someday may magandang balik sa atin lahat yan.
Don't forget to provide something for yourself. Kahit na it'll take you some time to fulfill that goal. Tapos, every time na like sasahod kayo, ganon, always keep something for yourself. Parang, wag mong sagarin yung sarili mo. You're already providing enough, and wag kang magbigay ng sagad, kasi pag nagbigay ka ng sagad, maubos ka. Like parang ang instill ko sa sarili ko is makatulong lang ako ngayon, it's enough na for them, kasi basta makapagbigay ka. Wag mo lang sagarin yung sarili mo, Kasi hindi maganda yung isasagad mo yung sarili mo. Ano pa yung mapro-provide mo the following months? And don't be too hard to yourself. Don't be too hard to yourself, and always remember na your mental health also matters. Ganun. Give yourself some time to relax.